Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Our big story tonight, a former lobbyist claims that she was harassed by an Arizona lawmaker and that the harassment was not fully investigated. Those details are now public in a lawsuit that's been filed against the state.
Team 12's Joe Dana joins us now. And Joe, what are we learning about this woman's claims?
That former lobbyist is not named in court records. Her sworn testimony alleges that she felt she was a victim of sexual harassment by State Senator Michelle Ugenti-Rita and her then boyfriend, Brian Townsend. The two are now married. An independent investigation found only Townsend, not Ugenti-Rita, was guilty of harassment.
Very lewd, inappropriate comments.
At the height of the Me Too movement in 2017, state lawmaker Michelle Ugenti-Rita outed a colleague of hers, Dawn Shooter, for making crude, unwanted sexual advances against her and others. Shooter was expelled from the legislature.
Mr. Shooter is expelled.
But in response, Shooter has sued the state, accusing lawmakers of a double standard. And he turned the spotlight back on Ugenti-Rita, asking why she wasn't punished for alleged misconduct. In new court records, part of Shooter's lawsuit, an unnamed lobbyist accuses Ugenti-Rita and her boyfriend of trying to pressure her into a sexual relationship with them, saying she received nude photos from Ugenti-Rita's boyfriend, Brian Townsend, on multiple occasions. According to the lobbyist, in hindsight, she said, "I was surprised that my entire story wasn't more fully investigated, so that part was upsetting." A 2018 independent investigation at the state capitol concluded Ugenti-Rita was unaware her boyfriend sent the photos. Investigators wrote, quote, "The independent credible evidence supports only a finding that Mr. Townsend acted alone and without Miss Ugenti-Rita's knowledge or participation when committing the egregious and potentially unlawful acts at issue."
I hope they will take this into consideration.
Arizona State Senator J.D. Mesnard commissioned the independent investigation at the time and tells 12 News Wednesday, despite these new details, he believes the investigation was fair.
In the totality of the investigators and the team that was overseeing it, I have a lot of confidence in it.
Mesnard points out the investigation was done by an independent law firm and overseen by a group of bipartisan attorneys. Now, this unnamed lobbyist also alleges in her deposition that after the investigation was completed, Ugenti-Rita threatened to expose her identity and called her a liar. Ugenti-Rita did not comment for this story. Back to you.
Okay, Joe.